Absolutely.
Mercy, traveler. Never have I been so hungry. Always there is prize share. The pile has grown leaner these years. Little falls to our pile that is not rotten or sour from this week and maybe before. Forgive me, I say too much. If you would know more, ask Inoi. Our elder listens to those in need, and he speaks out of earshot of the guards. He's there, in the house to the right when you cross the bridge. He can speak of the hunger. The Gullet is a lawless place, forgotten. The only authority here is the Matarus, and they don't work on our behalf. But if it is a wise man you want, seek Inoi in his home. He tries to keep us safe and fed. He does not always succeed, but he does try. Trying's worth a lot down here. Thank you. I'll share it, I swear. Thank you, traveler.
Of course.
That Dawnstar may be able to help. What say? Help how? Poison me? Akira, no thanks.
Heatley? Good God, I nearly didn't recognize you. You look more death-warmed over than Dawnstar.
Didn't see you there, Shody. Listen, you and your friends should move along. I'm not feeling so good, and I'd hate to get you sick. Nothing a little ginger root and some bed rest won't cure. Please, let me be. That's not... Wait, you're the one someone and the other Dawnstar's been talking about. In that case, maybe there is. There's some sick Raparu in the back. Not much I can do for them now besides keep them comfortable. And hidden.
Is that wise? Keeping a room full of sick people in the most crowded district in the city?
It's better than leaving them to wander the district. I can give them a dignified death, if nothing else. Because they've got Drowner's lung. Spreads like gossip and kills even faster. A gift from the Valians. Fills your lungs with fluid. Gets you coughing all the time, trying to clear them. One of my patients coughed so hard, she broke a rib. Eventually, it gets so bad, you can't hack it out. You just lie there, struggling for breath, until you choke on your own phlegm. I heard some Raparu had gotten sick, so I brought them here to care for them. City healers don't come down here. Realized what it was when I heard the rattle in their chests, the way they gasped for air. Only cure is an elixir made with pine seed oil. It costs a lot, though not nearly as much as an epidemic. Still, if news of this outbreak gets out, these poor souls will get tossed into the old city. No one with any money in Nekataka spends it on the Raparu. Maybe you can. You can get nearly anything on Delver's Row. Only trouble is finding it, and paying for it. Unfortunately, the children of the Dawnstars don't have many connections in this part of town. But I bet you could find someone at the tavern who knows where Delver's Row is. Criminal types like to wet their throats after a long day of lying, cheating, and stealing. About the only honest one. The Raparu here are treated like garbage. Even made to eat garbage from that scrap heap opposite the lift. And Dario and his Principe scum took advantage of the neglect down here to set up the black market on Delver's Road. He runs most of the criminal mischief that goes on here. Some say he's an old Valian traditionalist. Some say he's a thug with good taste. Either way, I steer clear of him. All the while, the gullet gets more crowded as tribes from the other islands come to Nekataka. Some are driven from their homes by pirates, raiders, even trading company thugs. Others hear stories of the foreign wealth pouring into the city. What they don't realize is most of it flows between the foreigners and the palace. As best we can. Most of us came from Red Saris after the Vorlis Plot and the Saints' War. Or we were born to families that did. We remember what it's like to scrape by. That's what Dario and his people say. They recruit Raparu to sneak things from the docks, report on meetings between traders. I can't blame the Raparu, not when the alternative is eating from a trash pile. But I don't trust these Principe any more than I do the trading companies.
Difference being, lass, the Raparu be their customers and confederates alike. To the company bilge barnacles, they be only product.
And whenever the city authorities finally crack down, the Raparu will be caught in the middle. Some days, I think maybe this is why Aethys brought us to Deadfire. So we can do some good. Other days, I'm too damn tired. About the only honest one. The Reparu and Dario and his principes. With Aethys' blessing, I'll still be here. Need something?
Happily.
One of my eyes be open.
Need something?
Of course.
I hear you. What say you, boy? I see much and many things. I simply do not look with these eyes in the same manner that others do. I have heard much as well. People speak of your kindness, watcher who chases Aethys. I also hear the Reparu's heartbeat, grown thready and pained. Now a watcher comes to the gullet, as Amira has shown me you would. The Reparu are being crushed from the top. We starve so slowly, it is an agony.
No one deserves to suffer. Not like this.
This is the Juana way. The fish of our nets are drawn for the tribe. The fruit of our fields, too, is reaped for the tribe. And the coin of our pockets belongs not to one, but to all. All spoils are gifted to the whole of the tribe. The tribe then partakes from the top down, from the most deserving to the least. The Mataru risk their lives to protect the tribe. The Quaru provided skilled goods and services. The tribe takes care of the Reparu more than we contribute to the tribe. Or it did, before our numbers swelled too large. The Dawn Stars would feed us, but the guards forbid them to pervert the order of sharing. There was a man who helped us, a soft-hearted pirate named Ulug. He worked with the Principe captain, Mad Morena, they call her, to bring us food from the black market. But for days now, we've had nothing. Ulug was never late with his shipments. Always very conscientious. A good boy. For him to disappear for several days without word. He must be dead. The Queen refuses to increase our share of the prize share. Without Ulug's shipments, we will surely starve. I am asking you, what else can we do?
That is a fine idea. When it comes to mission work, my brethren are always happy to help.
Some of the less crazy ones, hopefully.
Peatly is a child of the Dawn Stars, and has become the Gullet's most cherished healer. I believe she would willingly hear your request for charity. You mean the black market that lies nestled in the depths of the Narrows? The guards do their best to stomp it out, but they are a single boot against 1,000 ants.
Them pox-riddled arbor-ogs would be better served taking towels to the sea, for all the drying they'd give it.
I do not know how to get there, but someone at the tavern might. I've lived for many years in this gullet. My skin and bones have withered with each year, twisted harder, so that the Raparu now call me Pakid Takiri. Though you can see, I am not very big or much sturdy. If a dispute arises within the gullet, I will see it resolved. That I can promise you. Both time and tragedy have rotted the gullet into a place of filth and crowdedness. Once, we Raparu lived in a fine neck of the city. But that time has fallen, and with it, the ruins of our old city under Neketaka. Long before the foreigners swarmed us, a sea quake rumbled our city, and the mountain cratered down. Many cried to Andra, and were swallowed for their efforts. Now the Mataru send us into the ruins of the old city to be punished. Within that pit lies darkness and death. Not silence, but an end. If we cannot convince the Mataru nor the Principe, I believe the Dawn Stars may help us. Peatly is a child of the Dawn. Speak, and I will listen. It was as I feared, then. Tell me, how did he die? Was it fast, at least? Painless? The gullet claims another life, then. I'm sorry you had to see that. It's not right. Thank you for your honesty, Watcher. Few are there who will deliver bad news in all its sorry truth.
You'd be better off mooning after someone with half a foot between their ears, lass.
You can't dictate what the heart wants, Seraphim. Thought you, of all people, would know that.
Well, the heart can be a right stupid git sometimes. But don't always deserve your listening.
Please, I did nothing!
Enough! Or do you wish to consign her to the old city as well?
Let him go!
Bia, I'm sorry!
Your tongue flops like a dying fish. I tire of its stink. Lower him down!
May Tangaloa devour your souls, you cold-blooded eels.
Be careful. The gullet is no place for outsiders.
You want down? Go and see Overseer Hitenga.
Botaro? He associated with foreign criminals. I cannot be certain about Biha, so I let her go. But I will be watching her. These wicked sorts overrun the gullet and corrupt the Reparu. Our justice must be swift and firm. Hers is the first house you come to. Just there. You will probably find her there. To the old city, Ikira. A god's cursed ruin filled with walking corpses and abominations of the deep. And the remains of lawbreakers and troublemakers. The gullet is no place to wander. Watch yourself for rowdies and pirates. Ikira. It is a cancer in the gullet. A place of criminals and their foul dealings. And I cannot fathom for what anyone but a criminal would ask of it. Are you mad or merely lost? That place is a punishment for the lowest sort. Go and explore someplace with pleasant views and fresh air. The harbor, or Periki's Overlook. It's your neck, Ikira. We will leave the lift down there for half a day. That should be enough time to come back to your senses. After that, you are on your own. The guard will let you pass. Though I urge you to reconsider.
Let's not say that.
This would be a great danger to the gullet. Possibly the entire city. You know something? Do not joke of this.
Was taking Botaro not enough for you? Botaro is gone. Dead. What more do you want? Forgive me. I thought you were one of the foreigners who sent him away. Outsiders here always go to the tavern. My village was not like this. Why does Queen Onikaza not send the foreigners away? Botaro is punished already, I say. Whatever offense he gave, do not hang it on our necks. We say the only thing that live in these depths are ghost eels. And fish eaten by ghost eels. Which are you? The traders say they bring riches in their big ships. But what reaches the gullet? Only crime and sickness, I say. He said we would finally leave. I heard a Rawatine captain took up at the tavern. Suduzo, they call her. They say she is a traitor, so I thought maybe she will take passengers. Botaro went and found her in the tavern. Next I see him, the guards are dragging him to the cage. Many ships leave from Queen's Birth, but the Valiants take slaves. They say the Principe smuggled goods in the caverns below, but I cannot trust such people. But the Rowattians have mighty cannons, and a big homeland they abandoned for ours. Perhaps there is more room for us there. Everyone knows the Rowattians are made of brass. They listen only to their commanders. But still, maybe it goes different for you. Bataro took some coin. Everything he scraped together working on the docks, and he went to bargain with the captain. I would offer it to you, but it is probably in the old city with Bataro. Or in someone else's pocket. Seduzo. They say she is a traitor, so I thought maybe she will take passengers. But she threw Bataro out. Always Bataro was careful with his words, especially as a Raparu. But a Raparu in Nekataka gives offense just by breathing the air of his betters. We are 6, 3 children, 2 babes, and me. Akira. It was so in the village, where Bataro and me came from. But here, we are all strangers. No one looks in on the sick or cares for the children. We are 6. Such a strange question. A Raparu child is the child of all Raparu. At least that is the way in the village where Bataro and me came from. But here, we are all strangers. No one looks in on the sick or cares for the— We are 6, 3— My village was not like this. Why does Queen Onikaza not send the foreigners away? I tell you, I do not know where it is, and I am sure it would be little to someone like you. After what happened, Bataro would sooner have thrown it into the waters than given it to the Mataru or the Rowattians. If it is anywhere, it is surely with his body. Never. That is the surest way to get the attention of the Overseer. I hear it is somewhere in the Narrows. It is possible Anoi knows. He has lived here longer than any. His hut is just along the walkway to the southwest. Never. I hear it is somewhere. One day, the Mataru will descend on Delver's Road to clean out the thieves and pirates. Stay away from it. I could never ask someone to go down to the old city, but since you offer, it is a big and dangerous place. But perhaps he hid himself. Perhaps. Please, help him if you can. Or bring me news if you cannot.
Adair, I get the feeling you don't like me much. Was it something I said? I think it was something I said.
No, it's not. You're not doing anything wrong, exactly.
Really? I mean, you tell me if you had a problem, right? If I'd bothered you this whole time?
It's nothing personal. I just don't think we need to be talking is all.
Oh. Well, thanks for clearing that up.
Hey, fresh face. Welcome to the hole. Just got 2 rules, yeah? Keep your hands to yourself, and don't fall in. Need something? The hole's been here so long as there's been a gullet. Though it ain't always been mine. What's the neighborhood without a place to get pissed drunk and lose your pants? Well, it's a bit of a story. See, I rode a whale into port in the middle of a storm. The Huana took one look my way and knew there was no one who could run the hole but me. Of course. What you need? Sure, I know a few folks who need coin, and a couple of them can even hold their liquor. Need something? What you need? You'll find all kinds in the hole, even some of the competent sort. Need something? What you need? Sure. Berta's cooked up the best grub the gullet has to offer. It's not actual grubs, though. Probably. You're not picky, right? Let me know if you see something that makes your stomach rumble. Need something? What you need? I've got just the thing for you, fresh face. Just the thing. Do you prefer spider-free or spider-full? Need something? No doubt you'd fit right in. But getting there? That's dangerous business, fresh face. But it ain't none of my business, I suppose. If you're dead set on dying, you'll find Delver's Row in the Narrows, those twisty alleys carved into the mountain on the west side of the gullet. But since I heard you've been good to the folks around here, I'll tell you how to get there without getting yourself dead first. Take a right the first chance you get. Then keep going forward until you see a merchant stall. Look close. There's a secret hallway behind a curtain there. That's your entrance. I'm sure I don't need to tell you this, but all the same, you'd best watch yourself in Delver's Row. The crooks there will kill you just as soon as cheat you out of everything you own. If Dario doesn't gut you first. You stick around the gullet long enough, you might find out.
Harami!
I am here, Seduzo Nui.
Do we expect any foreign merchants today?
We do not, Seduzo Nui.
Then state your business quickly. I want to avoid another surprise. Nearly done, I hope. I sold a consignment of iron and cultural coral, and will return to Rauatai with vorals, merkberries, and Andra stars. Are you writing that down?
Nay, lass. We're merely moved to a momentary bout of verse by the beauty on display before me. They're very bawdy rhymes, Cap. Not meant for prim and proper mercantile types.
Anyway, that's what brought me here. The Royal Deadfire Company would frown on business in this district. But there's no harm if they don't know. What is your business with me? Nearly done, I hope. Most do. What is your business with me? The one who threatened me. I shall not soon forget him. These Huana learn too many pretty words from the Valians. You cannot trust what they say. This fellow wanted passage on my ship, as if I were the village ferryman. I told him there was none to be had. Certainly not at his price. He told me he had coin. Lots of it. I did not believe him. How could a man who lives in a garbage heap have enough money for passage?
So you assumed the worst and threw him to the wolves?
No, you presumptuous Adiran. I assumed nothing until I saw the swollenette. A marked coin. A token of allegiance. The Principi carry them. I knew then that I was dealing with a pirate. I had heard they were influential in the gullet, but I did not realize how much so. I called for the guards, and they dragged him away. That is the last I saw of him. There's nothing I can do. The passenger quarters have been reserved by a dwarf named Orin. Why do you bring this to me? What did remorse ever accomplish? Besides, this Bataro brought trouble on himself. Yes, he should have known how to behave around civilized people. He and his people are gold-packed knights. Orin is... particular. Perhaps that is good. He just finished a contract to guard the Valian Luminous Mill. I hear animancers are also particular. He's upstairs. Just do not interrupt him if he's arranging things. There's nothing I can do. Why do you bring this to me? Pity will not pay my debts. Besides, look around. I cannot take every unfortunate to Rawatai. Very well. I could take 3 more in the hold, and no more. Orin and his crew have reserved the berths. I will already have to abandon crates of cargo to make room for these 3, plus the food and water they require. Send them to me. The sooner we leave, the better. And I told you there is none. The 3 I agreed to take will barely fit in the hold as it is.
Indeed.
Don't see why you'd spend all that time arranging your food if you aren't making it look like a funny face. I didn't see what Sedusa was fussing about. Nothing wrong with being tidy.
Cheers. What do you require? We had a contract with the Valian Trading Company to defend one of their most valuable properties. If you're looking for work, I hardly recommend them. They pay well, and they pay on time.
Consistency in the shipping lanes. Good for types mercantile, but better for types piratical.
Did you say something?
Just admiring your spread, my lad. Nothing better after a meal than a ripe pair of melons.
Indeed. The good captain has 4 adequate berths, all equally sized, all facing the same direction, and she's promised to leave promptly. A most agreeable arrangement. Out of the question. We're due in Tekoa for another contract, and the client has already paid the advance. And we have already paid Seduzo. I couldn't possibly take back the same coins I have already spent. That will not do. That will not do at all. To Queen's Berth, quickly. We must find a more suitable ship.
Indeed.
is your business with me? That is convenient for you, but never mind. If there's trouble, I'm staying out of it. The berths are paid for. You can send your friends as long as you promise not to make trouble for me. Just do it soon. I don't want any mess you've made to spill onto my decks.
The gullet is no place to wander.